Good morning, Center Hill. Today is Monday, December 9th, and it's National Clean Your Desk Day, so get on that. And MTV starts now. My name is Tony Macklin, and here are your announcements. Next week, we'll be celebrating Winterfest by dressing up, so here's a heads up for your Week of War's wardrobe. Tuesday is Sunday's Best versus Sunday Lazy. Suit or pajamas, it's up to you. Wednesday, we dress up as either surfers or bikers. Thursday, there is an all-out war between our mathletes versus our athletes. And Friday, Winter Wonderland. Wear all white. Here's your breakfast, lunch, and weather. Happy birthday to Brianna Gonzalez Cardoza, Jade Fletcher, Emily Zhang, Blan Galando, Liliana Velasquez, Alessa Jones, and Paige Sims. I hope you all have the bestest birthday ever. Now here's some breaking news from Veronica.
Good morning, Center Hill. My name is Veronica Flores, and you're watching MTV News. Today, our most recent event follows a young girl that some of you may have heard of named Cinderella, a teenage girl suffering through the passage of her father and struggling under the new authority of her stepmother. The stepmother, Lady Tremaine, who now has full custody of Cinderella, also has two daughters from her previous marriage named Anastasia and Gisela. It's been reported that the three women treated Cinderella poorly and expected constant productivity around the house. Oh, my manager tells me we have an interview from a bystander at the scene.
Yeah, I was just eating my M&Ms and I came out my favorite hole in the wall when I see my girl Cinderella getting yelled at by that old hag Lady Tremaine. I'm looking crazy because my homie done already swept and mopped the floors, scrubbed the walls, did the laundry, took out the trash, polished the bathroom, repainted the garage, and this woman has the audacity to scream at her because she didn't clean her daughter's room? Personally, I think this Lady Tremaine woman's a little unhinged and needs to take a chill pill, or maybe even get on some of these M&Ms. But I would never share with her, don't worry. The worst part is, Cinderella didn't even talk back or nothing. She just stood there and looked at the floor. Personally, I wouldn't take that type of disrespect. But what do I know? I'm just a mouse.
Whose idea was it to interview the mouse? Thank you, Mr. Squeaks-a-Lot. Okay, really? Other sources tell us that there would be a ball coming up soon that Cinderella wanted to attend, and the stepmother told her she couldn't because she didn't have a gown. Cinderella and the mouse began working on one in which the stepsisters proceeded to tear up. Just when Cinderella believed all hope was lost, her fairy godmother appeared and magically dressed her in a gorgeous gown, turned a pumpkin into a carriage, mice into a horse, with the condition that she had to return it before midnight, because it would all return to its original state. What kind of story is this? I'm a professional, and this is what I get? The neighbor happened to see all these events take place, and here's more on that.
What did you see? I mean, I was just taking out my trash, right? And I look over and this lady starts floating and stuff. And then she starts turning her raggedy dress into this beautiful dress. And I was like, what is going on? I thought my kids had slipped something into my food for a second. And I'm looking and she turned one of my leftover pumpkins into a carriage. I'm like, if she could do that, she could turn my bushes into a Honda Accord that worked. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm looking around and she just started making everything into new stuff. And I was scared at this point. I thought I was in a fever dream. I was starting to freak out, right? And then she started turning her and making her look real pretty and stuff. And I'm like, I don't understand. You can give her this big old dress and these earrings and these pearls, but you can't give her a watch, especially if you want her home by midnight. I just went back inside and took a fat nap because it don't have nothing to do with me. You know, I ain't snitching on no one. But are y'all airing this? Yes.
Thank you very much for that. Finally, once Cinderella arrived at the ball, she instantly caught the eye of the prince, in which they shared a beautiful dance and fell in love. But before they could exchange names or any information, she began to rush home to beat the clock turning to midnight. She left her glass slipper and the prince kept it to search for her. We have information from one of the guests that night at the ball.
Can you tell us a little bit about your experiences concerning Cinderella?
No, I definitely can. Let me tell you what happened. You know how much time I spent getting ready, doing my makeup, paying for this expensive dress, and then she comes in and he immediately looks to her. I'm standing over there with my punch just like, yeah, no, that totally makes sense. And then I hear rumors going around how her fairy godmother did that. So she didn't even spend no time doing her makeup, hair, or buying the dress. So I just don't understand. And guess what? They went outside together and they were dancing. And she had the audacity to leave her shoe too, is what I'm talking about. So I'm just saying it's all rigged. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wow, what a story. It begs the question, did he find her? Did Cinderella get away from her evil, abusive, power-hungry stepmother? Does she live happily ever after? Find out tonight on MTV News. I'm your host, Veronica Flores. Thank you for watching.
Thanks, Ronnie. Here's what's happening at the Hill. Today at 5, our soccer team will be playing at Lewisburg. And tomorrow, our basketball teams travel to DeSoto Central to play starting at 4. And at 5, we'll be hosting our very own wrestling meet in the gym. This Thursday at 5, our soccer team will be having their senior night, so be sure to come out and support. Friday, our bowling team will be rolling out around 2:45, and at 4, our basketball team is going to face off against Lewisburg. Please come out and support your Mustangs. Make sure to check the school website for more announcements, scholarship opportunities, and upcoming events. That was your Social Center Hill, and here's your quote of the day. Winners make a habit of manufacturing their own positive expectations in advance of the event. Brian Tracy. As always, don't forget to smash that like button, hit the bell so you don't miss an episode, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Twitter as well as our TikTok. Have a great day, Center Hill, and stay safe.